Howdy friends, I'm Jared. This is Omnivore Bladeworks. It's a video update. It's March 1st. I'm 5 or 6 days late. I guess it's more like 4 from the 25th. And I just wanted to let you know what's going on. I'm up in my apartment. I'm running tomahawks for the dishwasher. And I'm also doing some other stuff. So the other stuff is programming for the new Gununting sword. It's going to be called the Binturong. So I've got this laid out on my fixture, the tomahawk fixture. I'll be able to use the same big fixture plate to make this sword also, which is going to be great. Here's the pile of tomahawks over here in my kitchen. I came back from heat treat with a sort of a, it's almost like a parkerizing, and it is somewhat corrosion inhibitive, but they rinse it's actually a salt that they dip this in when they quench it, and they rinse it once at the heat treater, but if you let it lay around without washing again, then it'll start surface rusting. So I'm going to run these a batch at a time to the dishwasher, and hopefully that'll just save me a little bit of dishpan hands. I like cast iron. I'm going to take you out to the shop and push pause. So here in the shop, I've got the CNC mill, and I've got this little stool to show you the blanks of the new swords. This one on the top is called the Binturong, and I can't remember what that's all about, but it's a Philippine style sword. I can't even remember what the heck it's named after. Some kind of a critter, some kind of little weird bear from the Philippines or something, a bear dog. Anyway, then this is the new Kodiak, and then this is another Philippine style garab sword or something, and it's just incredibly massive. So I've got a few of these to make in 3V, and I also have some more blanks coming from 1095, and all three of these actually, and they're about 2 weeks out before I get them back from the blanking process, and then hopefully I'll be able to make it all happen on the mill, at least all the features on the handles, and the little half pockets in the handles, and some other cool features with this hole up here in the hilt. And I don't know, we'll see how it goes. And of course I also have some 3V tomahawk blanks waiting down here on the shelf, which will get run along with those swords, so I can send a big batch to Peter's to have them heat treated. In the meantime, while I'm waiting for more blanks, I'm going to do these 4 Hidden Tang 1095 tomahawks, and I'll be making some final adjustments to the program before I run the 3V tomahawks, because I want to get a better surface finish on the mohawk edge and on the underhooks prior to doing the 3V. So this first batch that's already hardened is I ground all the mohawk edges and the axe edges on the belt grinder, so they're all hand finished, but I'm hoping to get away from that. It doesn't take a whole lot of time to do that, but it is some time. So I want to do as much as possible in the mill so I can get more product out there faster, and then spend some time with manual stuff on the little things, which is kind of fun. And of course, I'd like to make a bunch of these too, because I think this is a really great knife. This is the koala, and I've got match sets. The koala bear, or just the plain man-size koala, and then the 70 or 80% size koala for women and kids. And then I have the same sized Dr. Virginiana, I think that was the name of this, Dr. Virginiana MD, named after the possum, because this is going to be a sharp and nasty blade. It's kind of like a sawbones sort of a doctor would carry a knife like this. And there's a larger version. for man-sized hands. So like as before, the prehensile series handle, prehensile hilts, they kind of grab a hold of your hand, especially if you're wearing gloves. You know, the primary grip is this ice pick grip. So as a self-defense or combative style grip, you got maximum blade and a minimum showing, and also it's good retention. So I got those, and I've got some Ulupong Philippine Cobra karambits in 3V, and then the Tanuki and Wakasaji in 3V, and there are 4 of those each. I don't know if anybody's spoken for those yet or not, but I think the Kodiaks are spoken for. There's just 2 of those. Anyway, flip the camera back around. So it's going to be a pretty busy spring. I'm programming today. My butt's kind of sore from sitting on a stool, and the weather's going to start getting warmer. I'm looking forward to doing the final straightening and grinding on the tomahawks and then getting them coated, as well as getting some handles routed out right behind me in my downdraft area with those routers. And also going to send a tomahawk out to Lock Grips up in the Midwest somewhere, Michigan or something. And they're gonna have a go at the Anubis tomahawk grips in a G10 material. So I think that's going to be available either from me or perhaps as a direct sale from Lock Grips. Don't know, we're just getting started on that arrangement. But I'm excited because there's going to be some really neat textures available, and a different material, of course. G10 is harder, heavier, and it is going to maintain its texture longer than a micarta grip. It might be a little harder on your hands, and so it's going to be more for a gloved use, like hardcore operator style grip. Whereas my in-house made micarta grips are smooth, so that if you have rugged carpenter's hands, you're going to be able to use it barehanded with reasonable comfort for a longer period of time. More like when you're going to use it as a woodworking tool or a bushcraft tool, you'd want to go with the micarta grips. And if you're buying a tomahawk for potential zombie apocalypse, then you might want to go with the G10. Or you get both sets, and it would be perfectly reasonable to swap them out accordingly. Hopefully I'll have another update for you middle of the month. I'll be sending emails out for those of you who are high up on the verbal order list to get your tomahawks to you as soon as possible. And I guess we're just going to have a really busy, fun, and exciting 2021. All right, we'll see you next time.